Hello people, welcome to Viral Topics channel. Today we will see 10 most expensive houses in the world. So let's begin from number 10. Petra Ecclestone's London mansion $130 million. The Twitter sphere was on fire recently with news that Formula One racing heiress Petra Ecclestone had listed her spectacular historic London mansion, Sloane House, for £100 million, or $130 million. The listing supposedly came in reaction to her sister Tamara's equally lavish Kensington home being burglarized and an estimated $67 million worth of jewelry snatched. Even at $130 million, the 14-bedroom mansion is something of a steal. The 31-year-old reportedly paid $85 million to the previous owner, JCB earthmover billionaire Lord Bamford, then spent another $33 million on a makeover that included digging down to create one of the biggest private basement swimming pools in London. If Ms. Ecclestone's name sounds familiar, remember that last July she sold her 56,000 square foot LA estate, built for the late TV producer Aaron Spelling, for $120 million. Gemini, Manalapan, Florida $137.5 million. Talk about a return on investment. Back in 1985, media mogul William Ziff bought a 15-acre Ocean to Lake Palm Beach lot for $5 million. He built a couple of houses on it, along with a nice pool and, 31 years later in 2016, listed it for a staggering $195 million. Not surprisingly, it didn't sell. And today, even with a $57 million price cut, it's now listed at a still eye-watering $137.5 million. Gemini is still looking for a buyer. But everything about this compound by the sea on Manalapan Island just south of Palm Beach is eye-watering. Its main house spans no less than 62,200 square feet and comes with 12 vast bedrooms. There's also a 7-bedroom guest residence called Mango House, plus 2 4-bedroom beachside cottages, and another guest house with 7 studios. Even by Palm Beach standards, Gemini is unique. "90 Jewel Pond Drive, Southampton, New York $145 million. Back in 2017, the asking price for this spectacular 42-acre oceanfront compound on Jewel Pond Drive, once owned by Henry Ford II, was $175 million. Alas, not even a $30 million price or alignment has seen any serious hand-raisers materialize. In addition to its magnificent quarter-mile of beachfront, still the largest ocean frontage in the entire Hamptons, the estate features a cavernous 20,000 square foot main residence, renovated in 2008, that boasts a 48-foot-long living room and 12 bedrooms. In the expansive grounds, there's a tennis court, pool and pool house and 2 golf greens. The current owner is portfolio manager Brenda Earle, a former partner at equity fund Svita Mena. She bought the estate in 2002. Villa Firenze, Beverly Park, California $165 million. 2 years on the market and there are still no hand-raisers for the third most pricey property in the City of Angels, Villa Firenze. Perched on 7 prime acres of security-obsessed Beverly Park, high in the hills above Beverly Hills, this sprawling compound is home to American billionaire Stephen Udvar-Hazy, CEO of aircraft leasing giant Air Lease Corporation. Styled like an Italian palazzo, the 20,000 square foot main house is complemented by a 5,000 square foot guest house, a pool house and 2 other guest houses, bringing the total living space to more than 28,000 square feet. Other features include an additional 2.8-acre adjoining lot ripe for development, a huge swimming pool, tennis court and 30-car motor court. Casa Encantada, Bel Air, California $225 million. When it quietly hit the market in October, The 60-room Casa Encantada, sprawling over 8.5 acres of Tony Belair, became the most expensive piece of real estate on sale in the U.S. Dating back to the 1930s, the estate was once owned by hotel magnate Conrad Hilton. Today it's home to financier Gary Winnick, whose company Global Crossing installed ocean floor fiber optic cable to connect 4 continents and 27 countries. Winnick paid a reported $94 million in 2000 for the Georgian masterpiece, and proceeded to spend another small fortune employing a team of 250 craftsmen to undertake an exhaustive 2-year restoration. Mesa Vista Ranch, Pampa, Texas, $250 million. You might have thought that the death last September of 91-year-old oil tycoon T. Boone Pickens might have had his heirs rethinking the $250 million price tag of his beloved Mesa Vista Ranch in the Texas Panhandle. Not so, it's still a nice, round $250 million. Take it or leave it. Boone Pickens spent close to 50 years assembling the property, which today covers over 65,000 acres, or over 100 square miles. What it includes is miles of the rushing Canadian River, 4 homes including a 33,000 square feet main lodge, a private airport with 6,000-foot runway and terminal building, a 30-seat home theater, golf course, tennis course, and a 2-story stone kennel with 40 bird dogs. Gateway's Canyons, Gateway, Colorado, $279 million. Discovery Channel founder John Hendricks is still waiting for that right buyer to come along with a spare $279 million. The 8,700-acre Gateway's Canyons Ranches and Resort was the dream of Hendricks to build a massive compound in the teeny town of Gateway, Colorado, about 180 miles west of Aspen. The billionaire bought his first parcel of land here in the 1990s, and kept on buying till he reached today's massive acreage. The huge property includes a 22,000 square feet main house he calls West Creek Ranch Residence. Then there's the 72-room full-service Gateway Canyons Resort and Spa. And even a car museum, the Gateway Colorado Auto Museum, with around 55 classic cars from Hendricks' own collection. Add to all this a grass airstrip, airplane hangar and 2 helipads. With Hendricks and his wife Maureen spending less time at the ranch, he says it's time to sell. Just not at any price. Pierre Cardin's Bubble Palace, France, $390 million. Looking like a set from a Shagadelic Austin Powers movie, fashion icon Pierre Cardin's wild Côte d'Azur vacation home, Le Palais Boulle, or Bubble Palace, delivers total sensory overload. Designed in 1975 by Hungarian architect Andy Ilovig, this cluster of pink upturned flower pots overlooking the shimmery Mediterranean close to Cannes, took 14 years to build. Cardin, now 97, bought the compound in 1992 and listed it for sale in 2017 after a 5-year restoration. The asking price? A jaw-dropping €350 million, or $389 million today. With 26 barnacle-like pods, 13,000 square feet of interior space, 10 bedrooms, several swimming pools, a 500-seat amphitheater and not a straight line in the place, this bubblicious compound is certainly an acquired taste. "24 Middle Gap Road, Hong Kong, $447 million. A year on, and there are still no takers, and no price drop for this rundown, dingy, 4-bedroom fixer-upper on a third of an acre in Hong Kong. Could it be the seemingly astronomical $447 million asking price? Probably not. That's because the 5,700 square foot teardown sits on arguably the priciest piece of real estate on the planet, the gated Middle Gap Road community that's part of Hong Kong Island's The Peak neighborhood, short for Victoria Peak. Case in point, an empty lot on nearby 75 Peak Road sold, not so long ago, for a staggering $657 million, according to The Real Deal Hong Kong. Even so, $447 million may be wishful thinking on behalf of the unknown owner. That said, Christie's International currently has a listing for a 5-bedroom townhouse in the Peak with a $154 million asking. The One, Bel Air, California, $500 million. The paint is still drying, and the final landscaping is going in. But the world's first giga mansion, the one on a Bel Air hilltop, is finally nearing completion. What hasn't changed is that eye-watering price tag, a staggering $500 million, as in $500 million. What that impressive sum will buy you is a 100,000 square feet, 20-bedroom compound perched high above Bel Air on 4 acres, with spectacular 360-degree uninterrupted views. It's the creation of movie producer turned prolific real estate developer Niall Niami and architect Paul McLean, who have taken 7 years to construct this ultimate spec home. Among its multitude of jaw-dropping features, a 5,500 square feet master suite, 30 bathrooms, a 30-car auto gallery, 5 swimming pools, a 36-seat movie theater, 6-lane bowling alley, and naturally, a nightclub. All of this expensive houses are for sale now. Only rich people can afford these houses. If this video is informative to you, then like the video and please subscribe. Because you guys are awesome. Subscribe for more expensive things. Peace.